Hi, this video is to show how my virtual pipe organ Hauptwerk is constructed. So I'm going to try to go through the different components and let you know what's going on with it. A few of my friends asked me to put this together to see how the thing's actually constructed and connected and plays and things like that. So there it is. Originally, this project was started about 10 years ago when I was music director at St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Brunswick, Georgia. I didn't like the analog Rogers organ that was in the church, so I decided to put this together. As you can see, it's probably too much to put upstairs, so that's why it's down here. We'll just start with looking at the console. Now, the console started out as a Baldwin 2-manual digital organ that I got at a thrift shop for $40. The only thing I retained from it was the pedal board, bench, and the basic frame of the instrument. After researching keyboards, I found that the Alesis V61 worked best because they had no controls at the back of the keyboard. They were all to the side, and it was able to stack as many keyboards as you would like. In this case, I did 3. And you're able to program a lot of the side controls to control different parts of the laptop. Like up here, we got where you're able to record, and in this part I have the transposer, so while you're playing you could transpose up or down. Here we have tuning. Okay, and that's the combination action memory. So you have multiple levels of memory for the combination action. And here's basic volume controls, the master volume for the whole organ. And some other controls control volume. Here you're able to select which organ you want to play. And you could even select the temperament of the organ, a bunch of different temperaments. On this side, here we have like USB, the controls for it, and the main speakers, console speakers, and the reverb speakers, which you could either shut on or off. 2 Behringer mixers, that's for the main organ, volume levels and balance. The top mixer is strictly for reverb, levels, and type of reverb. And here I even added small rhythm unit that I use basically for the theater organ. Pistons are all programmable, whether you want to use them as divisional pistons or generals, depending on what instrument you're playing. It has a general cancel and the set switch. Looking at the bottom, I'm gonna get off the bench. You have toe pistons. Again, they're programmable. Right now I have them for 6 generals. 3 programmable swell pedals. Right now I have that one for the crescendo and these for actually to control the swell boxes. And some additional foot pistons that can be programmed to pretty much anything. Okay, then we're going to the speakers. You have the sonic subwoofers, which contain 18-inch subwoofers. Studio monitors for the main organ, and the PV speakers for the reverb channels. And that's duplicated on the right-hand side also. Then at the rear of the room, behind the black acoustical cloth, are additional speakers just for like a four-dimensional effect. So you got the right channel there and the left channel behind there. Okay, that's pretty much the organ console. Now let's go over to the amplifier section. This is the amplifier closet. I mainly keep it in here because you get a lot of fan noise from the amplifiers. Okay, you have a Bristol power amp and mixer for the main organ, equalizer, and then you have another Gemini amp. These are for the back wall speakers. And two additional amps. Console speakers and reverb. Now pulling this out, just to show you how it's all connected. See, it's a lot of wiring, which goes to a bunch of different places. Wiring all comes up through the ceiling, behind the drop ceiling, comes back down into the console. Now there's 100 feet of cable between the console and the amplifier stack. So the console could be moved 100 feet from here. And then it connects to the speakers. Now, let me set this down while I show you the back of the console. Okay, looking at the top part of the console, you see what this big black thing is here? That's the bottom of an old Casio keyboard, which I use the key contacts 1 through 61 for different things. Key 1 through 32 is for the 32 pedals, and the additional key contacts are connected to pistons, toe pistons, and other controls. A lot of power supplies. This section here, get around this way. These 3 MIDI units are for the 3 expression pedals that are fed into a USB hub that go into the laptop. Down at the bottom, the expression pedals are controlled with slide potentiometers. And you can see there's also, here's the console speakers, and some on the outside of the console. The audio snakes, which are used to send audio signals back and forth, as well as the relays to control the AC power to the mixers and not mixers, but audio amplifiers and mixers actually. Pedal connections. I'm really surprised this thing works, but it's been working fine. Just looking at the some of the ways you can control this thing right now. Here's the Paramount 10-rank Wurlitzer organ. There you can have a picture of the console with the keys. What I like about having a laptop out in front and top like this is that I'm able to go to any organ I want. Like even during the church service, I could play the prelude on one instrument, play the postlude on another, and even switch to harpsichord if I want. Okay, like right now, the reverb is up because the Paramount didn't have any reverb on it. So you can shut the reverb off. Or you could add how much reverb and what type you want. Okay, that's one of the organs. Let's go to a different one. Okay, going back down here, I could select, go down, okay, organ number 1, load the organ. Now we're at that organ. That particular organ was recorded with natural acoustics, so you really don't need the reverb channel on it. If you get tired of that organ, you could go to a different one. Let's go to the Chants. This is a 47 rank Chants instrument. Now this organ is recorded without the natural acoustics of the room, so we could add a little reverb to it. Okay, let's try a different organ. One that's an interesting one. Let's go to number 8. Again, you get blower noise with it. Let's try one more. Small chamber organ. Let's try one harpsichord too. Again, I select, I'm going to go to instrument number 12. So that's pretty much my virtual pipe organ. Like I told them in the church when I retired, I says, when I leave, the organ's going with me. And so it did. But they have their Rogers organ, and they're happy with that. So I hope this was informative. Now I got to put all this back together. And thanks for listening. Have a great day.